Any idea where I am? No idea? How about now? Still can't tell? Okay, if you see what's behind me, I'm sure you can guess. Can't you? Hello, property enthusiasts, it's Jessica here again. Yes, I'm back for yet another episode of my series where we tour around the most loved districts in Singapore. This time, we're back to the Heartland district. So, without further ado, let us discover Potong Pasir. In case you land on this video through YouTube's recommendation, or if this is the first time you're watching me, thanks for dropping by. So, for the past many episodes, I've brought viewers like you to tour around various HDB estates like Tampines, Bedok, Punggol, and Toa Payoh. In today's episode, we are diving into Potong Pasir, which is a charming and unique district located next to Toa Payoh. Come, let's explore what makes this neighbourhood so special. Potong Pasir is one of Singapore's oldest and most unique neighbourhoods. Situated in the central region of Singapore, it's bordered by Toa Payoh, Serangoon, MacPherson, and Woodley. Well, technically it's within the RCR, but we are really central enough in Singapore geographically. Anyway, what truly sets Potong Pasir apart is its rich history and the strong sense of community that has developed here over the years. Before I continue, can I ask for you to subscribe to my channel? Because more than 90% of you aren't subscribed yet. I mean, if you like watching my videos, becoming a subscriber means you will be notified of future content. Besides, your little ad will help me a lot, okay? Anyway, back to the video. Potong Pasir's name, which means cut sand in Malay, hints at its historical roots as a sand quarry. In the early 1900s, the area was defined by its sand quarries and later developed into a farming village with vegetable plots and pig farms. In the 1950s and 60s, Potong Pasir gained the country's notice for its political significance. It was a hotspot for political activities during Singapore's early years of nation building. The area became known as something like a base for opposition politics. As many of you might know, by Mr. Chiang Si-tong, who is one of Singapore's longest-serving opposition MPs, represented Potong Pasir from 1984 to 2011. Till today, his dedication to the community left a lasting impact on the residents and shaped the identity of Potong Pasir. In terms of development, Potong Pasir was relatively late to urbanize compared to its neighbouring districts like Toa Payoh and Serangoon. It wasn't until the late 1970s and early 1980s that the area saw significant housing development. The construction of the Potong Pasir MRT station in 2003 further spurred development and increased connectivity, making the neighbourhood more accessible and attractive to residents. Despite modern developments such as some luxurious condos, Potong Pasir has managed to retain its distinct character and charm. The low-rise HDB blocks, narrow streets, and lush greenery evoke a sense of nostalgia, reminding residents of Singapore's kampong days. This unique blend of history and modernization makes Potong Pasir a fascinating place to live. Today, Potong Pasir is a vibrant community with a mix of young families, working professionals, and long-time residents. Yes, this neighbourhood is situated in a very convenient location, being situated in the central region of Singapore. But there seems to be nothing really in this neighbourhood. Or is there? Let's find out why residents love to have their home here. One of the biggest pros of living in Potong Pasir is its strong sense of community. I guess it was derived from the Mr. Chiang's shaping of this township. And I often hear residents here saying there's a kampong spirit in Potong Pasir that's not found anywhere else. Neighbours know each other by name, and there's a genuine sense of looking out for one another. In fact, around a dozen years back, there was a campaign called Oh, Open House, that residents here opened their doors, literally to allow for total strangers to visit their flats. It sparked a lot of interest then, and Potong Pasir suddenly became like another Tiong Bahru where old flats become hip and trendy. Another village that can be found here is St. Andrew's Village. In case you're not familiar, this is where St. Andrew's JC, St. Andrew's Secondary School, and St. Andrew's Junior School are all located. Secondly, Potong Pasir is known for its abundance of green spaces and recreational facilities. Parks like the Potong Pasir Park Connector, or what the locals more affectionately name it as ABC Waters, provide residents with ample opportunities for outdoor activities such as jogging, cycling, and leisurely walks. I mean, just take a look at this place. With this park being pretty far away from any major roads, you are assured of a peaceful time here. And look, even the benches are so pretty. I think these are recently painted as part of an art campaign. I'm sure this river is perfect for families with children, fitness enthusiasts, and anyone who enjoys a bit of nature in their daily lives. If we continue to walk further upstream, Kallang Riverside Park offers a beautiful setting for water-based activities and even more scenic strolls. Towards the north, there's another park that I bet you don't even know existed. It's called Woodle Park, and with a sports centre called the Arena there. This park is where you can find black and white colonial era houses that were built during the early 1900s when Singapore was still under British colonial rule. These houses were popular among the British expat community, with many being the residence of personnel from the British government and military, but are now homes to those who are lucky enough to find a rental listing under the Singapore Land Authority. Lastly, I have to talk about the unique blend of old and new here. It's almost like what we find in Tanjong Pagar, where there are century-old shophouses located right in front of towering skyscrapers. Here, we find some old low-rise flats contrasting against new luxury condos. And strangely, Potong Pasir is also one of the few neighbourhoods without a major mall within walking distance, while old-school family-owned mini-marts and small retail stores seem like the norm here. Well, if you argue that they have the Poi Centre there, I say that this isn't a major mall still. Yes, there's Fair Price Supermarket and a few chain restaurants like Starbucks and Subway, but there's no McDonald's here. So by this definition, we can't count Poi Centre as a big mall. Aside from malls, Potong Pasir is also defined by a few very special looking blocks of flats. Nicknamed the ski slope blocks, I don't believe we can find any other HDB blocks that look like this. Unique, right? I'll leave you with some more shots of these flats. So what do you think of staying here in Potong Pasir? I reckon residents staying here have some of those Tiong Bahru hipster vibes, but they only pay Heartlanders prices, especially for the property here. So let's explore what type of properties you can get here in this neighbourhood. Let's look at the freehold, semi-detached, 3-storey house of 5,000 square feet built-up area on a 2,483 square feet land size. This house is 5 minutes walk to Potong Pasir MRT, has 6 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. For truly multi-generation living, this house can be yours for 5.68 million. Next, how about a freehold condo instead? Even closer to Potong Pasir MRT, about 2 minutes walk only, essentially among the ones I've talked about. This 18 Woodsville studio apartment of 495 square feet cost only 938,000. And some more is next to St. Andrews and within 1 kilometre to Cedar Bamri. This apartment definitely has rental yield potential. Well, if you crave for a huge space that feels like a landed, but at a budget that's more palatable on your wallet, you can consider this 5-room, 2-storey maisonette. It's huge at 1,721 square feet with 3 bedrooms. Apparently, you can see fireworks during National Day, and it is going for 1.5 million. Now, let's look at the rental market in Potong Pasir. A 4-room HDB, which actually means you have 3 bedrooms, about 11 minutes away from the Potong Pasir MRT, will set you back by 3,650. It is not furnished though, so it's more suitable for families who love to move in with their own furniture. How about a condo with 3 bedrooms that's super near to the MRT? About 1 minute walk away only and fully furnished some more. This is a mid-floor unit at Sandwich. But would you pay 5,900 for such a unit? Last on the list, this is a loft unit with super high ceilings in a condo that has the MRT just right below. Because this is at Poi's residence, which is just over the Poi Centre Mall. With 3 bedrooms as well, this loft will cost a whopping $7,500. But at least at 1,625 square feet, this is considered a huge size unit in today's market. So what do you think of Potong Pasir? For me, I think the central location remains one of the biggest draws. Prices here are also more sane, so it's like the cheaper Toa Payoh but with much cooler vibes. In fact, its rich history, strong sense of community, and a blend of new and old seem to have drawn in more younger families to call this place their home. So, if you need some help in looking for an ideal property to stay or invest in Potong Pasir or in just about anywhere in Singapore, do message me. In any case, thank you for joining me on our tour of Potong Pasir in this video. I really learned a lot about this district producing this video. And if you're like me and you love what you're watching, do like and subscribe to my channel, okay? With your support, I can then continue to uncover more of Singapore's diverse heartland neighbourhoods in future episodes. Lastly, remember that for personalised advice on anything property related, partner with me on your property journey. I'm Jessica and I'm just a WhatsApp away to getting your dream home in Singapore. I look forward to seeing you again in our next series. Don't forget to subscribe.